Welcome, this is Dr. Zainab. I got a couple of questions on the Telegram group concerning March 2021. The first question was asking about number 25. In number 25, I was asked why is the answer B and not C in number 25. So I'm going to open number 25 and it says, which choice would best function as an introductory thesis of the essay? So I want to figure out what is this essay about. So if I look at the paragraph, I'm going to see that the essay is talking about how fire can be used as a tool so it can to meet numerous objectives, including fuel loads and continuity, returning fire to an ecosystem, enhancing wildlife habitat, improving forage, preparing seed beds, improving watershed conditions, enhancing nutrients, recycling, controlling exotic weeds, and enhancing resilience from climate change. So I'm going to look at my answer choices. A, which is no change, which means this sentence over here. The first sentence, fire as a management tool long predated European settlement of North America. This is about history. The paragraph is not about history, so A is wrong. B says, regardless of the particular objective, all right, fire affects ecosystem structure, composition, and function in many ways. This is giving me the main idea of the paragraph. It's talking to me about the objectives of adding fire, all right? And then it talks about the ecosystem, which is mentioned over here. It talks about the structure, composition, and function, which is talked about over here. So this is a good sentence to introduce the whole paragraph because it will explain the main idea of the whole paragraph and the rest of the passage, okay? If I look at the other answer choices, C, prescribed fire is gaining support. We're not talking about it gaining support or not gaining support. We're talking about how it's used as a tool to affect the ecosystem structure, composition, and function of the forests. Here, prescribed fire applied within the time of year when fire occurs naturally. We're not talking about when it's applied, so that's not your answer. We're talking about why it's applied, and so that's why my answer is B and not C. That's for number 25. For number 26, I disagree with the answer key. The answer key says that the answer should be D, and I do not agree with the answer key. I do believe that here it says in many, if not most situations. If not most is a non-essential interrupting phrase. So I'm going to put a comma before and after, and the word situations here needs to be relevant to what comes before it, the two phrases that come before it, in many situations, if not most situations. So I need this to be outside of the comma, and so that's why your answer is going to be in many, if not most situations, prescribed. So it could be, it is A, it could be, or it could also be C. Why? Because this is going to be an introductory prepositional phrase. Introductory prepositional phrases that are less than 5 words, it's optional to put the comma after the phrase, okay? So depending on how you look at the phrase at the beginning, you can put a comma or you don't have to put a comma right after the word situations. So I believe the answer is either A or C. That's for number 26. Number 32. Here, the answer is going to be C because this is the concluding paragraph you want to use in conclusion because it introduces the concluding paragraph. Your question was why wouldn't it be moreover, since this talks about benefits and this also talks about benefits? This says many publics associate smoke with fire and conclude that fire is bad. Progress has been made at educating the public concerning benefits of just prescribing fire and reduce threats of wildlife to people and property, and also benefits to ecological communities. Here, this is not talking about the benefits. This is talking about educating the public about the benefits. This is talking about the benefits in general. So I'm not going to use moreover because this is not talking about the benefits, it's talking about educating the public. So I'm not just adding information about benefits. This is talking about educating the public, and this is talking about the benefits. So we're not going to use addition here. We're not going to use moreover. For number 33, you have a pronoun, so you have to figure out what this pronoun refers to. You have to read the sentence. In conclusion, benefits of prescribed fire far outweigh negative effects. It should be applied. Fire should be applied. So we're going to use the answer is going to be D. And finally, in number 43, the last question that I was asked about, it says, which choice most logically maintains the flow and focus established by the preceding sentence? So you have to figure out what was the preceding, the sentence before, talking about. The preceding sentence here, it says, this is particularly apparent. So I have to figure out what this is. So it says here, so while the little boys first undergo the chastening effects of caring for babies and then have many opportunities to learn effective cooperation under the supervision of older boys, the girls' education is less comprehensive. This is the main idea of the paragraph. Girls' education is not as comprehensive or as good as the boys. All right. So the focus of the paragraph is girls' education. This is particularly apparent in the activities of the young people. The boys do what? So here I want to emphasize that girls' education is less comprehensive than the boys' education. If you look at A, this is particularly apparent in the activities of young people. The boys organize themselves quickly. This is not really going to show you how the girls' education is less comprehensive. This one says, girls have little opportunity for learning the more adventurous forms of work and play. This could be an answer, but it doesn't show the comparison between the girls and the boys. All right, it doesn't show the comparison between the girls and the boys. So here we're comparing between the girls and the boys, and we're saying that the girls' education is less comprehensive. This is just talking about the girls. I want to talk about the girls and the boys. All right, here it says the boys learn many qualities that ensure they move on to higher responsibilities. Again, so you're just talking about the boys. Here it says they have a high standard of individual responsibility. Who? The girls. But the community provides the girls with no lessons in cooperation with one another. This is going to talk about what comes afterwards. The boys organize quickly while the girls waste time in bickering. So the girls don't learn about cooperation, just like the boys. Here, it does talk about how the girls, they learn responsibility, but they do not understand, they don't have such a comprehensive education. Such an education that teaches them so much, it provides them no lessons in cooperation. So this sentence right here, it's talking about what's coming after, whereas here it's talking about forms of work and play. We're not talking about adventurous forms of work and play. We're talking here about learning about comprehension, cooperation. That's what comes after. And it's talking about how the community provides them with no lessons. And this shows that they have a less comprehensive education. And so that's why your answer is D. Okay. Thank you for your questions. And I hope everything is more clear now. If you need any other explanations, please feel free to ask. Thank you.